Well, good morning, folks. It's the real Captain Kirk here. It is the 7th of June, 2021, day 7 of meteorological summer. So, again, hard to believe we're zipping along here in 2021. Looking at a recap of last week on a retail calendar, week ending 5 June here, Saturday. Big maps are mean temperatures versus a year ago. Here in the U.S., cool, 2.9 degrees cooler than last year, cools in 4 years, 15th warmest in 36 years, so above average, but a big warming trend as we got toward the weekend. 3% drier than a year ago, making it the driest in 10 years. So a common theme we're going to have all summer long. Third driest in 36 years, so extremely dry in the U.S. In terms of precip. Up in Canada, warmer than last year by 5.6 degrees, again making the hottest in 36 years across Canada, driest in 12. Europe also warmer, driest in 18. Again, kind of see these drier trends starting to materialize across the world scale here. China, a little bit cooler, driest in 3 years. Down under, a little bit cooler and wetter. India, warmer than last year, much below average temperatures, though. It's warmer than last year, but very, very cold still in India. Drier than last year. And down in Brazil, again, continues their extremely hot, dry trends. Again, just epic drought. Folks are talking about water shortages, something they haven't seen in 91 years, according to some of the headline news, folks. So, again, extremely dry conditions and drought conditions across Brazil, impacting their crops and obviously having some impacts on our crops now. On a world scale, we were similar temps to a year ago, but driest in 10 years. This week here, middle of June, week ending 13 June, hot, 3.5 degrees warmer than last year, making it the number one hottest in 36 years for the U.S., though. So extremely warm conditions, especially in the heart of the country, the heartland, Corn Belt, north central U.S. 10% drier than a year ago, making it the driest in 4 years, 13th driest in 36 years. So below average on that front as well. So continuing our dry trends, especially in the heartland U.S. Looking at next week, again, third week of June here, 2.5 degrees warmer than last year, warmest in 3 years, 8th hottest in 36 years, so above average again. Cooler conditions starting to materialize across the southeast, mid-Atlantic. 8% drier than a year ago, but still driest in 16 years for the U.S. overall, 4th driest in 36 years, so much below average. Getting very concerned about the U.S. Corn Belt, Midwest. Again, this is supposed to be 3 weeks in a row of just baking, cooking crops with extreme heat and dryness. So again, very concerned for the crops that were just recently planted. So not off to a great start as expected. Looking at the world outlook here again for the 2-week aggregate, U.S. again, hot spot. Europe on the warm side. Cool spot there in kind of Western Europe. Cool down under in Australia. Map inset left is the precip trends versus average, showing again extremely dry here in the western 2/3 of the country. A special event here this week. Again, if you're on the East Coast here, we have our kind of an annual solar eclipse Thursday morning. It'll probably be best actually right here near WT360 Studios here in Eastern PA. So it'll be a sunrise event. So as the sun rises, you may actually see it looks like it's missing a good chunk of the surface because of the eclipse here. But again, so sunrise to just shortly after sunrise, again, will be the peak on a path from up in Thunder Bay through Toronto, through the just north of Philadelphia, in between New York City areas. So again, Thursday morning, something to watch if you're along the East Coast. So with that, folks, we hope you have a great week. We will be back here this time next week.